Hello guys, welcome back to the Do It Right Tech channel where I take you through everything tech. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 yet, we looked at hidden Samsung browser tools, hardware diagnosis, and secret system features most users never discover. Now, if you missed that video, check it on the top right corner here right now. I'll leave the full video link right there. But today, we are going to go deeper. And honestly, some of these features feel like Samsung engineers forgot to hire them. So definitely stay around till the end. But without wasting much time, let's dive right into the video. But don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, let's go. Now, in the previous video, we looked at Samsung hidden productivity and system tools. But today, we're going into the side of Samsung that feels like the developer territory. Because hidden inside your Samsung phone right now are privacy tools that can disable your camera and microphones completely, tracking systems that will be able to find your phone even when it's offline, and hidden background settings draining your battery quietly. Not forgetting scanning systems that users don't even realize are active. And honestly, some of these settings are the exact reasons why some Samsung phones feel slower, hotter, and drain battery faster than they should. So if you really want to start using your Samsung phone like a power user, this video is for you. Now imagine every single day opening YouTube and Notes, or Chrome and Calculator, or WhatsApp and Gallery at the same time. Normally, you manually would open them through a somewhat complicated approach, or you actually haven't created some kind of a bundled combo inside your side panel. Samsung actually allows you to save those combinations permanently on your phone as a single application. With this, you're able to open two apps in split screen. Immediately you tap them, and this is how to get that done. Take a combination like this that you've opened. All you need to do is tap on these three dots here, and then you're going to find the favorite or the star icon there. Tap on that and you're going to get an option to either add it to the Edge panel or to your home screen. Let's look at both of them. Now, when I tap on Edge panel, it's going to go into the Edge panel so that when I swipe on the Edge panel, I'm going to find it there. Tap on it and immediately we're in. Let's look at the other one. I tap on this and tap on that and put it on the home screen. Now, when we leave here and I come to the home screen, I'm going to find it right here. So now, when I want to open my WhatsApp and Gallery at the same time, all I need to do is tap on that and immediately I'm greeted with both of them. Or, if I wasn't on the home screen but still wanted to get into that space, I swipe from the side on the Edge panel and immediately greeted with that combination. I can tap on the combination and boom, I'm inside. This is a very important feature that is good for students, creators, and multitaskers. If you are in this category, this I believe is going to be helpful. And if you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now, speaking of things quietly running in the background, there are some Samsung settings people think are off, but actually aren't. And let me show you some of them. Most people think turning off the Wi-Fi and turning off the Bluetooth means everything is fully disabled. Not really. Samsung and Android phones in general still allow background scanning for location, nearby devices, and smart services. Whilst they are helpful, if you want to really turn them off for the purpose of saving your battery, then follow me as I show you exactly how to ensure that those are also turned off, in addition to just the toggling of them from the quick settings. Follow me. What you're going to do is you're going to scroll down and go into settings. Inside settings, scroll down till you find location right there. So while in location, you're going to go into location services, and you're going to find here Wi-Fi scanning and Bluetooth scanning. Now, if you read the fine prints there, you find out that they work whether or not you turn the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on or off from settings. Now, look here, you can see here, it's written here, let application use Wi-Fi for more accurate location detection, even when Wi-Fi is off. And the same thing applies to Bluetooth. When Bluetooth is off, still for accuracy purposes, this will be turned on. So if you're a person who doesn't want these turned on, all you can do is turn these off and you're good to go. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now, this next one is super funny because most people never print on their phone, yet there's something running in your background that is quietly and gently scanning for something to print. If you didn't know this, let me show you. So people never print from their phones, yet Samsung may still be constantly searching for printers with your phone to help you in the event you decide to. This is how to disable it. You're going to go here, scroll down and go into settings, and then go into connections. While in here, you're going to come down here into more connection settings, And then as you can see here, there's printing. You want to turn these off because constantly in the background, the default printer service is constantly scanning. All right, so you just want to toggle this off to ensure that no scannings are being done in the background, because When I tap on this, you can see it's searching for a printer, even though my Wi-Fi is off. So let's think about it. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now, if you truly care about your privacy, the next one here is a massive feature. Let me show you. Imagine wanting true privacy, not just closing application or muting permissions, but actual cutting off, like your camera access, your microphone access, and even motion sensors completely. Samsung secretly has a hidden developer tile for exactly this. Let me show you how to bring that into your quick toggle panel. That will completely change how your privacy is viewed. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down and go into settings. Scroll down till you're close to about phone. Now, for people who don't have developer mode turned on, this is what you're going to do to get your developer mode on. You're going to tap here on about phone, and then you're going to come here into software information. Then on build number, you're going to tap until you're prompted to put in your fingerprint or PIN. Once that is done, you're going to have a new menu item on the main setting page that's going to be developer options. Now you tap on developer options and you're in here. You just want to scroll down until you find quick settings developer tile and tap on this. Among all these, what you want to turn on right now is sensor off. Okay, sensor off. Once it's turned on, now when you go into your quick settings up here, you're going to find a new one that's sensor off. What this does is it turns off quite a lot of important things. That's your microphone, your sensors, and your camera. Let me show you. Now, with this turned off, when I come into my WhatsApp and I attempt to record by holding down this and pushing, you can see the wave format over there that I'm actually recording because it's picking up the audio of my voice. Let's stop this and now scroll down and tap on that very feature. As you can see, it's up there with a strike in it. When I come back inside WhatsApp and I hold down on this and start to talk, as you can see, it's not taking any information because the microphones are completely disabled. It doesn't end there. With it off, when I try to access my camera by tapping on camera, immediately it's going to open so you can see it in real time. But with it on, immediately I go into camera, there's no way it's going to open. So if you're trying to cut off the possible usage of your camera and microphone or someone being able to hack them, this is exactly what you want to turn on your phone. If you didn't know this feature, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now, imagine losing your phone and your phone is offline, not connected to Wi-Fi or disconnected from your mobile data. Most people assume the phone is gone, but Samsung and Google quietly changed that. The Samsung phone can actually still be found even when it's offline. This is what you have got to do. You're going to scroll down and go into settings. Once you're in settings, you're going to scroll down again till you find Google and tap on it. Come to all services and search for this. Find Hub. Tap on Find Hub and you're greeted with this. First and foremost, you need to turn this on that allows your device to be located. And with this turned on, you can see it says you can find your offline device with network in busy places only. So once your phone is lost in a busy place, you're able to find your device by virtue of your phone pinging to other devices that are close. So now that you've turned this on, nearby Android devices can secretly help you detect your phone. And honestly, this is one of Samsung's smartest finds, hidden safety features. All you now have to do is tap on this, come in here, inside the application if you have it installed on another phone, or use the web version on someone else's phone nearby, and you're able to detect exactly where your phone is or other devices that you often are connected to. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now, your phone constantly sends diagnosis, suggestions, recommendation data, and personalization signals in the background. Some people are okay with that. Others want less tracking, less syncing, and better battery consistency. To reduce it, this is what you want to do. You want to scroll down and go into settings, and then scroll down further until you get to security and privacy. Once you're in here, you're going to scroll down until you find more privacy settings and tap on it. In here, you could toggle off send diagnosis data because you don't want to be sending information from your phone to anybody or even to Samsung or anyone. Also, you can turn off Android personalization services because what is happening here is your data, your patterns and everything are recorded and sent for the sole purpose of advertisement and targeted suggestions, which if you don't want, all you've got to do is toggle this off. And there you have it. all these sitting on your phone. Honestly, Samsung phones are incredibly powerful, but most people only use a tiny percentage of what these phones are capable of doing. So now I want to know from you, which feature shocked you the most? Drop that in the comment section, but don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.